Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. To our lecturer, Sir Muhammad Fahri bin Abdul Ghaffar, to all our fellow friends. So today, me, Afiq Mami bin Muhammad Nazri, with my group members Muhammad Nasrul Hakim bin Ghazali and Zuhairi bin Suhaimi, will be presenting about Chapter 6 in Engineering Science, Solid and Fluid. Okay, first of all, the introduction. We will be presenting about Chapter 6, Solid and Fluid in this subject. And in this subject, in this project, we will apply the Archimedes principle, the law of fluctuation. And then, the buoyancy will explain why some objects sink and why some objects float. And the floating object displaces its own weight of fluid in which it will float. And then, for our objective in this experiment, first, we will observe the difference between the density of object and the density of water. And then, we will observe either the object will float or will sink when we immerse in the water.
Okay, Archimedes principle, law of flotation, hypothesis. When the density of object is denser than the water, the object will sink, and when the density of object is less dense than the water, the object will float. Objective or aim, to observe the difference between the density of object and the density of water. Apparatus and material use. We need 8 salt, water, and cup. Procedure. Number 1. Set up the apparatus and show in a video. Second, fill the 3 cups with the same volume of water. Number 3, put an egg in the first cup and observe the position of the egg in the cup. And number 4, repeat the experiment by putting 1.5 spoon of salt in the second cup and 2.5 spoon of salt in the third cup. Number 5, put it in both cup and observe. And number 6, record the result of the experiment.
Okay, tabulating data. Cup A, amount of salt, none. Observation, position of egg in cup, sink. Cup B, 1.5 spoon. Observation at middle. And cup C, amount of salt, 2.5 spoon. Observation, float. Okay, next. Okay, summary. First, objects that are less dense than the water will float. Second, objects that are denser than the water will sink. And last, objects that are the same density as water will either float or sink. Okay, now I will show you our video.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and hello everyone. My name is Afiq, and with me my group members Nasrul and Zulhairi. So for today, we are going to present to you about our engineering science project, which is about the subtopic under Archimedes principle, the law of flotation. So basically, this project will be done to see either when an object is immersed in water, it will sink or float. So let's get started. Okay, first thing first, I will let you know all the substances and materials that we will use for this project. So firstly, we will need 3 eggs to done this project. And then we need salt for the water solution. And next, we need 3 cups to fill the solutions and immerse the egg. And last but not least, the water. So what are we waiting for? Let's go and do our experiment.
Okay. The first thing is pour the water into the first cup on the correct scale. Then pour the water into the second and the third cup. All 3 cups must be all the same water level.
Okay, first of all, for the first cup, we put the egg in the cup and it looks like the egg in the cup is sinking. After that, I put 1.5 tablespoons of salt in the second cup. And put the eggs in the cup. The condition of the egg arose. Finally, in the third cup, I put 2.5 tablespoons of salt in the cup. As usual, we put the egg in the cup and see the condition of the egg. The condition of the egg rises higher than the second cup.
Okay, for the conclusion for this video, for the experiment, we can observe that when in the first cup, we can see that the egg is sinking. This is because the density of the egg is greater than the water. And for the second and third cup, when we add on the salt in the water, we can see that the egg in the second cup, it float in the middle, and for the third cup, it float higher. This is because the density of water is higher than the density of egg. So we can conclude that when the density of object is greater than the water, it will sink, and when the density of water when the density of object is less dense than the water, it will float. So that's all from us. Thank you for watching, and you can try this out at your home. Thank you.
Like and subscribe.
Don't forget, subscribe, like and share.
Yes. Thank you.